Welcome back. Hunter Biden admitting to a federal judge yesterday that he took in over $600,000 from a Chinese Communist Party-backed company. This contradicting what President Biden told us during the last 2020 election debate. Watch.
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about, China. I have not had, the only guy who made money from China is this guy. He's the only one. Nobody else has made money from China.
Well, that's not what the bank records have proven. Meanwhile, Fox News asked the White House about the possibility of pardoning Hunter Biden should things turn worse. Watch.
From a presidential perspective, is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
Well, is there?
I just said no.
Joining us right now for the rest of the hour is O'Leary Ventures Chairman Kevin O'Leary, and still with us, Krysia and John. Let's get reaction from the panel. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you.
Your thoughts on what we just heard?
So this is not helping Biden at all, obviously. But I look at it, Maria, from the institutional investor's perspective. Does this in any way change the outcome in terms of an election cycle for Biden? And I look at the polls for this, and the reason I would care about this, as along with every sovereign fund and pension plan, is if you thought that this was going to affect the outcome of the election coming up, and you thought that perhaps the other side, in this case right now, it looks like Trump would somehow be advantaged by this, then you might make further investments into policy that is very close to that mandate that Trump supports. That might be energy, that might be hydrocarbons, whatever. But I'm trying to point it out from an investor's point of view. There is no data to support right now, even though we've been watching this Hunter Biden drama unfold, that it in any way changes the independent voter. What it looks like to me, and this is just an observation, is this is a new form of political warfare pre-election. Both sides throwing all kinds of legal battles at each other when they can, to see if it somehow affects people's confidence in the mandate that's being proposed. And the answer is no. And so this is not going to help Hunter Biden's resume post the Biden administration. It's horrible, I get it. But as an investor, I couldn't care less. That's my point.
Okay. Krysia, I guess the issue here is about national security. If the Biden family has taken in all of these millions of dollars from communist China, does that make America vulnerable to communist China, given its plans to overtake the United States as the #1 superpower? From my standpoint, this is about national security.
It most definitely does, and it makes us incredibly vulnerable, especially since Hunter Biden admitted in court that he received money from China. But I would disagree with Mr. Wonderful a bit. I think this does matter. I think this case is incredibly important, and the judge, a lot is riding on her ultimate decision, and we have yet to see what will happen, further down the line. But we hope that she'll stand strong in the face of political pressure, because this is not just about Hunter Biden. This is a Joe Biden story here, because he's in lockstep with his son in terms of his business dealings, which there is a significant evidence that has come out, and more will be coming out, but it won't come out if this judge ultimately caves. And here she took a stand and really said that this pre-trial diversion statement that was given, he does not deserve the immunity, and it's incredibly important in terms of the next election cycle.
All right, we will slip in a break. Krysia, I want to thank you so much for being with us this morning. Krysia Lenzo, we will see you soon. John and Kevin, you're sticking with us for the rest of the show as we await some market-moving economic data. We'll be right back.